alive yet. All right. Good evening. On Garda Síochána, continue to investigate all of the circumstances of a serious assault which occurred on Parnell Square East shortly after 1:30 p.m. this afternoon, Thursday the 20th of November 2023. Preliminary indications are that a male attacked a number of people on Parnell Square East. 5 casualties have been taken to hospitals in the Dublin region. These casualties include 3 young children, an adult female and an adult male. 1 girl aged 5 years has sustained serious injuries and is currently receiving emergency medical treatment in CHI Temple Street. 1 boy aged 5 years and a girl aged 6 years who received less serious injuries were brought to CHI Crumlin for treatment. The boy has since been discharged from CHI Crumlin. On Garda Síochána is providing support to the parents of all the children. The adult female in her 30s is being treated for serious injuries at the Mater Hospital. An adult male in his 50s is also being treated for serious injuries at a hospital in the Dublin region. The scene remains sealed off at this time and a technical examination of the scene is ongoing. An incident room has been established here at Mountjoy Garda Station and a senior investigating officer has been appointed. On Garda Síochána is following a definite line of inquiry. The male in his 50s is a person of interest to An Garda Síochána in this investigation, and An Garda Síochána is not looking for any other person at this time. An Garda Síochána continues to have an open mind at this early stage of the investigation. An Garda Síochána is appealing to any person with any information on this attack to contact Investigating Gardaí. Investigating Gardaí are also appealing to any person who may have mobile phone footage of the attack or the immediate aftermath to make this footage available to An Garda Síochána. Investigating Gardaí can be contacted here at Mountjoy Garda Station at 01 666 8600, the Garda Confidential line at 1800 666 111 or at any Garda station. And Garda Síochána is not in a position to provide any further information at this early stage of the investigation. Thank you.
Are there any wider implications because of this attack? Is there any suggestion of terrorism, or are there any suggestions of revenge for organised crime, or any other issues involved?
As you can appreciate, this is very early stages of the investigation, which is not even 4 hours old at this stage. But at this time, An Garda Síochána is satisfied from our inquiries that there is no terror-related activity or related to any wider aspects in relation to this matter. It would appear to be a standalone attack, and we need to determine the reasons behind that.
Any indication that the victims or the perpetrator or the suspect in this case knew each other?
I'm not in a position to go into that detail at this time.
Guard, we heard there was a scuffle beforehand. Can you confirm that?
Can't confirm that at this time. My apologies.
Tell us about the children at the centre. So they attended the school.
Were they stab wounds? Were they all
My understanding, a knife was used in the attack, but we're not in to provide any more details on the nature of the injuries.
Liam, what can you tell us about the children? I mean, they were attending over school. Why were they out in the street, or do you know the circumstances of it?
Again, I don't know the specific reason why the children or any of their carers or teachers may be on the street, but it's a public road, it's outside their school, it's a normal activity for them to be going to and from their school. We need to determine the reasons behind the attack, and it's a very early stage of the investigation at this time.
What's the well-being of the child?
She's in a critical condition, certainly in a serious condition in CHI Temple Street.
Is she undergoing surgery at the moment?
Again, that's not for me to disclose at this time.
Has the man been questioned yet?
The male is receiving medical treatment at this time.
Is he an Irish national?
Again, I'm not in a position to confirm the specific details of any of the individuals involved in this instance.
Have all the parents been alerted? Are they by their children's bedsides?
Yes, the parents were aware of the incident very, very quickly and did attend. We are dealing with not just the parents of the 3 children, but parents of the wider group that would have seen and saw the attack who were potentially traumatised as well as a result of what happened.
So have counselling facilities been made?
Yes, again, that's not for An Garda Síochána, but we are assured that the school will put in provisions for the family, for the children, as to what they observed and experienced.
All the children are from the one school?
Again, I'm not 100% sure exactly on the details of all the children and where they're from.
Can you say how quickly the situation was resolved in? Can you say how quickly the incident was resolved in? How quickly Gardaí were able to get the scene?
My understanding is that the first emergency service were ambulance were within minutes, followed very, very quickly by An Garda Síochána. in terms of my understanding is members of the public did intervene at a very, very early stage, and again we would applaud those members of the public for getting involved in such a traumatic and potentially dangerous situation for themselves.
The suspect was restrained at the scene.
It's my understanding the person of interest was detained at the scene.
Were hospital staff arrived at the scene?
Again, I'm not aware of that, so I'm not.
Do you have any concerns about the scenes of unrest around the scene that was burned off today?
Again, we're aware that the public are concerned about the activities that happened today. Again, I suppose the message to them is we believe that this is a standalone incident, not necessarily connected to any wider issues that are going out in the country or in the city. And we need to identify exact reasons for that happening. So we'd ask for people not to jump to conclusions and not to make rash judgments on what may have happened.
So Liam, just to be clear, this is a random attack?
Again, we need to understand the purpose behind the attack. Again, that's part of what the investigation will do.
Have other schools been put on alert for situations like this to happen again, or?
No, we don't believe that this is an attack on the school.
Okay.
What injuries were sustained by the person of interest?
Again, we're not confirming the injuries of any of the individuals involved in the incident at this time. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Well, there concludes the press conference on the situation that happened in Parnell Square today. Thank you so much for tuning in to Dublin Live.